7:30, the bottom half of the hour, as they say, and just calibrating this and back to talk with my friend Tika Thomas, who is a sponsor of with his company Vrypac, Zinni 62 Media's 12th year at the NFL Draft as media, and it was very successful, and I thank Tika for that. And right now I'm going to, before we go down to talk with Tika about how the NFL has changed, the NFL Draft has changed, I'm going to go ahead and fire up the site page, the launch page. Thank you those for joining me before. I'm sure you've got some other things you want to say. And about that, well, I'll take those comments later. But right now we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about Vrypac, okay? And hold on a second, with Tika. And let's see here. We got stream events. Is it on now? We're on now. Hey everybody. Oh, there it is. I had to wait for the page to come up. Hey everybody. The stream is good. Go to the watch page. And the watch page is good. All I have to do is kill the volume so I don't get feedback, and I just have done that. And just put the phone down a little bit like that. Like so. So that it's not going to, drop off the face of the earth here, which I'm trying to make sure it doesn't do. Put it right there for the time being. Yeah. And so for some reason it wants to fall. That's really interesting. And there, right now we are. And there we are, right there for the time being until we meet Mr. Thomas. And giving things a thumbs up. And a refresh. Hey Barry, how you doing? Welcome back. Thank you so much. And I'm writing hello. This is going to be a fun discussion. I've never had a chance to talk about the history of the draft. So this is going to be a complete and total blast. A complete and total blast. There's a blast. A blast. So now we are at Skype, and there's Mr. Thomas. And there you are. Uh-oh. I think someone's camera fell. You okay?
That was mine. Sorry about that.
That's okay. It happens. It happens to me. It happens to me.
It went to a wave and...
once in a while. It happens. All
there
right.
All
Mixmaster. How are you doing, Mixmaster Gaming? Welcome. Okay, now, coming on down. Folks, this is Mr. Thomas. Tika Thomas, longtime friend.
Yes.
And should we call you a serial entrepreneur now?
I guess you can. Based on feedback we're getting just from chit-chatting, I'm learning how to adjust my product and open to new markets, so yeah.
Yeah, now, hey, folks, we're going to talk about NFL Draft, and also this is the product that I took with me. This is the Vrypac. And we're going to talk about the NFL Draft and from a different perspective. So Tika, you've been to Philadelphia, right? First of all,
Yes.
I had a blast at the draft, man. I don't know if you had a chance to watch it or not.
Just a little bit.
I know Barry Lee watched it. What'd you think of the draft? I know in Philadelphia, Barry Lee. Barry's he's one of our great fans and moderators out of Texas. So hey, he loved it. So Tika's product was a hit, and I think he's gone to something really. Why don't you talk about your product before we talk about the draft? Thank you very much for sponsoring our coverage.
Absolutely, and thank you for helping me build business and,
Sure.
and build market. Zinni is a great social media consultant if anyone wants to hire him. So yeah, this
Thank you.
backpack, very small. I'm calling it the baby backpack. It's flat on your back. Doesn't change your profile. Weighs half a pound. Doesn't change your center of gravity hardly when you're out exercising. So it's based for the the 1 hour jog, the leisurely walk through the park. Those are the basic use cases. And I'm now realizing, even if you're out camping, you might want to pack it in your big day pack and use it as just an hour pack. So.
There you go. There you go. Now, you've been to Philadelphia, right? Did you have a chance to see how it was set up for the draft?
Not for
On
the draft, but
television?
I'm familiar with the Ben Franklin Parkway and the Rocky Steps and all that. Yeah.
Have you ran the Rocky Steps?
No, I walked up them. It was a hot day. I was actually wearing a prototype of the Vrypac during the convention last summer. I was actually standing on the Rocky Steps in a white dress shirt with the backpack from behind. I had somebody take it from me, raising my arms. The Rocky footsteps are, in not concrete but gold, a gold plate there.
Nice. So, the red carpet for the NFL draft was right on those steps.
Okay.
And they had Carl Weathers.
Yes.
Apollo Creed from Rocky.
Yeah.
Who I turned to him and I said, "Hey, Mr. Weathers, I'm Zinni Abraham. I don't know if you remember, but in 1999, I tried to get you to be in our video for Super Bowl." And he goes, "Oh yes, oh yes." That was just asshole. He goes, "Oh, now it all comes back." That was hilarious. Barry Lee has a question. He asks, "How many steps are there? Do you know?"
I don't know. I can Google it.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, it's the Philadelphia Art Museum.
Right. It's kind of a Beaux-Arts style, I guess you call it.
Yeah, kind of. I would think of it as kind of Greco-Roman, but yeah.
Okay, so if you can imagine, Barry's like, yeah, but so if you can imagine, NFL draft town extended from the art museum out toward. You know what the Sheraton is?
No, not
Okay.
exactly.
Do you know where the circle is? Like that road that it's at the end of that walkway.
Ben Franklin Parkway. Yeah.
All right, that's how long draft town was.
Okay.
So I walked it, going in, trying to find the media pavilion, and then going back, which
Right.
is a mile in one way. So I walked 2 miles that day.
Right.
Probably 2.5 miles with the Vrypac on,
Okay.
and with my other pack on the side, they kind of like pack to pack on my back, pack to pack on my back.
The Vrypac was breathable.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was, and I, and Barry says, "Did you get a workout in?" I thought I lost weight, Barry Lee, and, I'm disappointed because I came back here and I realized I didn't lose weight. I thought, how did I do all that and not lose weight? It was crazy.
Philadelphia is known for its good eats, so you'd have to sweat off a lot of water weight to make up for all those cheesesteaks and.
But actually, that's the thing. I didn't eat. I ate 1 meat cheesesteak that night. I didn't eat a lot, I had a lot of water. I didn't eat a lot at all. But you were going to tell me some history about the NFL you found out that I think I know, but tell me what you were talking about.
Well, several different cities have hosted it. Are you talking about the business lesson I learned? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Right. So remember a few years ago, the NFL was going to have it at Radio City Music Hall, as it often did, but it got into a scheduling conflict with Radio City Music Hall's number one tenant, the Rockettes. So that sort of forced the NFL, okay, we'll do it the next week, but then once you have to tap dance and kind of think out of the box a little bit and adapt, then you start thinking, why must it be in New York City every year after all? So they went to Chicago, then Philly, and, something I've realized in the last 36 hours yesterday, a friend of mine asked me, "Hey, had you send a sample of your backpack to that blogger I told you about, who blogs about camping gear, overnight camping gear?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Nah, that's not my use case."
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought about it and I said, "Why not?" And then in writing my letter to him, I sort of got the idea, hey, even campers want a light backpack to go hiking or on a short jog or a short walk or something. They don't want their 40-liter pack with them all day. So, the business lesson being, when you're forced to get out of your daily and annual processes, you actually can discover new opportunities.
Hey, so what did you think of the draft picks of your favorite teams?
Well, for the Raiders, I thought they were going to maybe focus a little bit. Like I said last week, you got to start with the O-line and the D-line. Obviously, the secondary and their pass protection record last year was the main focus. Looks like they got two pretty good guys if they grow into NFL potential. And then they got that long-term potential replacement for Penn at outside left tackle. And
I wanted Cam Robinson, man. I'm mad. I wanted Cam Robinson. I even interviewed Nick Saban, the Alabama coach.
Alabama guy. Okay.
Yeah. I'm mad, man. Barry Lee says I didn't know about the schedule conflict.
And if you can force the other team to do some more running, we have some offensive weapons now with Marshawn, with Amari.
Mm-hmm.
If we can put more than 21 points on the board, I think the Raiders are gonna be winning a lot of games this year.
Oh, Barry Lee says that he asked, did you know about the network not covering the Raiders' second-round pick from Vegas?
I did not follow that. Again, I didn't watch too much of the draft.
Oh, so okay.
But, yeah, I know that Las Vegas.
Well, let me tell you the story. What happened was that Las Vegas was going to hold their event there on this Saturday, and they did. And hey, John Marks, how you doing? And basically, oh, by the way, Tika, if you want to see this, you go to YouTube. By the way, it's also YouTube Live.
Okay.
Yeah. But at any rate, what happened was that Rich Eisen of NFL Network, and I have this on video, a vlog I made, talking about it, basically refused to show. They showed Governor Sandoval, but they refused to show Clark County Commission Chair Steve Sisolak when it was his turn to announce the pick. And Rich Eisen openly said, hey, I'm really concerned for Oakland Raider fans here, or words to that effect, that, basically we're being disrespected. I loved it. And so someone tried to say on Twitter that I was wrong. There's always somebody's like, oh, you're wrong, Zenny. And saying that it was a technical issue. It wasn't a technical issue. And then, as if to hear me, Rich Eisen came back and said, hey, folks, I'm having a running Twitter battle with the Raiders over not showing, hey, Bernard, how you doing? Over not showing the reading of the draft names from Vegas. But, they're still in Oakland. That's basically what he said. And I was like, yes. So it was a great watershed moment for those of us who want the Raiders to stay in Oakland. It really was. And it was a signal that not even the NFL is entirely on board. And Barry Lee says IMAO, which is, what does IMAO mean? I always thought I knew what that meant. Is that that's LOL, but that's like ha ha ha. That's like massive ha ha ha, right? Yes, in social media parlance. But anyway, yeah, it was hilarious.
Unless it's a little face L.
Laughing my ass off. Yeah. Laughing my ass off. That's thanks. I forgot. I don't know how I forgot that. It's been a long week. It really has been. So, what do you think about having the Super Bowl in Philadelphia, Tika?
I'm against having it in the snow belt. Remember, 3 years ago when they had it in New York, the Farmers Element, and sure enough, 12 hours after the Super Bowl, there was a snowstorm.
That's right.
The Super Bowl in Philadelphia, but did you mean the draft or the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl, because there's talk of having the Super Bowl there.
Yeah, I'm against having it in the snow belt. I know they had contingencies to play it on the Saturday night or the Monday, but it's too big a risk, I think.
Hey, so show your product and where they can get the product. That's it, folks. You can get it if you click on the link to this stream. You can actually buy it now. And again,
slides right on.
It's right on. Yep. Right. And
that's how thin it is.
Yeah, Tika's modeling it. But I've got news, folks. The woman that's modeling it on Amazon is single. No name though. I'm trying to pressure Tika into asking her out. Just gotcha. Oh man, you're supposed to laugh. He's like, ha ha ha. No, that'd be a great. You guys would be billionaire couple. You know, you'll be a billionaire couple. You'll be like the next. John Mark says he likes the pack.
Thank you, John.
Yeah.
If you have more questions, contact me. It's a great gift.
Yeah, it sure is. It definitely is.
It's so versatile. Everyone has a loved one who would like it.
Definitely. And something else too. We talked the other day about the NFL, getting the NFL logo on there. John Marks asked how much.
Oh, it's retailing for $39.99. And it also includes a waterproof sleeve for your cell phone, and just if you're running in the rain or something like that, cell phone fits in there.
Hey, so what about the NFL draft at the nation's capital?
I don't know. I wasn't following the Washington papers or the Baltimore.
I'm not saying as an idea. What do you think of it as an idea?
Oh, I saw the list of former cities to host it, and Washington has actually hosted it way back when.
Really?
Like a draft on the National Mall. That would actually, the nation's most popular game on the National Mall. That would actually be a wonderful idea.
That would be huge, I think.
Avenue.
Yeah, that would be huge.
Yeah.
That would be huge. Yeah. In fact, why not? That would be killer. That would be killer.
That would be grand.
Okay.
This weekend was a rather hot and muggy weekend, so even in late April, DC is liable to get hot and muggy. But that having the nation's most popular game in the nation's capital would be I didn't even really think of that, Tenny, but that'd be a great idea.
Yeah. Now Barry Lee says, but the Secret Service might have a fit with all the tents and stuff. That's interesting.
Oh, there are other festivals. There's the National Book Festival. There are other things that are on the mall. I mean,
really?
there obviously would be security precautions. You can't bring bags or umbrellas or whatever. But no, it would. No, they can pull it off.
I like that idea, actually.
Now it's in the capital that they could pull it off. Yeah.
I like that idea on the National Mall. I just don't know where you have the draft theater because it's so big.
Oh, they built things like the Capitol Fourth, the 4th of July. They'll build a stage and a tent. Oh, yeah.
So where does it go, like, in relation to Lincoln's monument? How does that...
In Washington Monument, the tall obelisk? No,
yeah.
The Capitol Fourth and the inauguration are right in front of the Capitol.
That's right. Kind of like... I didn't go to the Trump inauguration. With the Obama inauguration twice.
You stayed at my house the first time.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I sure did. Yeah. How could I forget? I still have the video from that.
Of course.
Yeah, remember that house party we went to where the hot lady ended up being in my video? She was dressed like in red, white, and blue. That blonde lady.
Was that the hostess? I don't remember.
I think she was one of the hostess. Yeah, I still have that video. Yeah, sadly she was spoken for. You know what? You know who I met at that party thanks to you? I met, I hadn't seen her in years. I met Raquel. She's a brunette who knew a fellow Jerry Sandoval that is now a judge for this Supreme Court judge in San Francisco, at least he was. And we went out for about a minute. And then I lost touch. But I met her thanks to you. You invited me to that party. That was fun. And then I ended up walking her home.
That was a fun party.
Yeah, I ended up walking her home to wherever she was staying. And yeah, that was fun. I'll leave the rest of it out. Oh boy, another man. Oh man, that's where I could use the Vrypac. You know,
Yes.
that would have been
Yes.
that would have been fantastic. Hey, ML Scott, how you doing? Now, Barry Lee says I like the idea talking about the NFL, the Washington, but I don't know if the NFL will go for it because they would have to pay for. Oh, he said that. I'm sorry, the Secret Service. I'm sorry, Barry Lee. I thought it was a new comment you said. ML, welcome. ML, meet my friend Tika Thomas. He's got a great product called Vrypac. So we're talking about Vrypac. We're talking about the NFL draft. We're talking about Phileas Host.
Yes, and he's a great social media agent for me.
And I've got the Vrypac right here, folks. See? Vrypac. There it is. Yep. There it is. Yep.
I'll just, for people, it's Vrypac.com, and on social media, it's just /Vrypac. Very easy.
Hey, Tika, do you have an affiliate link for anybody that might want to make some money, selling it? Like, where they have an affiliate link and they put it on their blog or something like that, or Twitter, and if somebody buys it, they get a cut. Because there's a lot of the guys on here that are involved in online marketing,
If you want to, like one of your guests last week, if you want to talk to me afterward on Skype, or if you want to, you're free to give people my contact information after the show. We can talk about things.
I asked because also Amazon has an affiliate program, right? And so anybody who's an Amazon affiliate could help with a product by putting it into their bailiwick of offerings, And somebody on here may be an Amazon seller,
Yeah, I mean, and it's stuff with partners, whether it's putting a logo on it, whether it's branding with nonprofit institutions. Those are definitely things I've been thinking about, for a year.
Mm-hmm.
We're just getting started. We're just I don't have quite the scale to offer massive bulk discounts to people, but when
that's
this
the
thing
other
takes
thing.
off,
Here I am,
and
yeah.
you've been
But that's what you
great
want.
at helping word across all these social media platforms, and I can reinvest my retained earnings in more inventory, then I can start thinking about branding deals and that sort of thing.
Hey, Donkey, welcome. Meet Tika Thomas, the creator of the Vrypac. Vrypac.com. Show the .com sign, Tika, so that people can see it. Vrypac. You can go to Vrypac.com, or you can click on the link. Tika was my sponsor for the hotel for Zinni 62's 12th year of coverage at the NFL draft.
Happy to do so.
And I'm sorry?
And happy to do so.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Zinni's been a great social media consultant for helping get this business off the ground.
Thank you. I just want to get that girl, man. I mean, I just want to get that girl. She's just like, it's going to be incredible, man. We're flying off the shelves. Tika's like, I try to marry him off so he can become like a billionaire like Bill Gates. He's got a product that's going to make him billions. So he can take over the world, and, he and have that great next rich couple out there. So.
Well, you can help. We'll talk later in the week on market strategy. I've got some good marketing, a great marketing partnership starting up with the Veterans List. I was in the Air Force way back when. The Veterans List is a list of where your fans can find veteran-owned businesses to do business with. So, I'm working with them. Trying to get some other things going on here.
Hey, Richard Ray Archuleta, welcome. How are you? Hey, so did you have a chance to look at the 49ers draft, or tell us what you thought of the Niners and what you discovered when you were watching?
I forgot the position. The guy from Stanford. He's a defensive
Barry Lee says thank you for your service, by the way.
Yes. Thank you for paying taxes. It seems like the Niners got what they needed. One friend of mine was commenting that they got a lot of. I guess Kyle Shanahan was trying to get a lot of kids he thought would be yes men, and that might be a good thing. I don't know.
That's interesting. I think the 49ers fleeced the Chicago Bears. You know?
I saw you wrote that.
That was hilarious. I mean, the Bears.
I still don't see them as a 500 team though.
The Niners?
Unless we really sign a good quarterback or somebody emerges really quickly, and that's of course when you start. As I said last week, offensive line, defensive line, that's the base. But I still don't see the Niners hitting 500.
I think it all depends on scheme, and the reason why I don't bet against a team with a new head coach is because you don't know how teams are going to respond to their scheme, let alone know what they're going to do with new personnel, right?
And other teams respond to them.
I mean, I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. Dan Quinn, head coach of the Falcons, started off 5-0 last year. Not last year, the year before. And then what happened over those 5 games is that teams developed what I call the book on them, okay? And they knew their tendencies and became easier to defense them because the Falcons didn't adjust. And then,
it's kind of like the read option in 2012. It's like a fad for half the year, and then defense.
Well, a little bit more. It's like, for example, I know that you're going to do on 3rd and 1, okay? But if you're a new team with maybe a scheme, a new offensive coordinator, I don't know what you're going to do on that 3rd and 1 if I'm your first player out, if I'm your first opponent for that season. But if I'm your 7th opponent, I've got a good book on you.
Right.
That's the difference, okay? That's the difference. And so basically, the point that I'm making is that you have to consider that when you're talking about what a team is going to do, and that's why I would never bet against a team with a new head coach.
Sure.
In fact, if the personnel is really good,
have a lot of control over this team. We'll see.
Well, it's not even that. It's just a matter of I don't know what kind of plays they're going to run in certain situations. I mean, they may choose to do what Tony Schiano did when he was the coach of the, I believe it was the Kansas City Chiefs a few years ago, 2011, where he brought in the wing T and shocked the league and blew out the New England Patriots because no one knew he was going to use the wing T, which is an old formation, but he took old wine and put it in a new bottle and made a very competitive team and put himself on the map as a good head coach and a good coordinator. And he's still working. Worked for the Raiders. You guys, Raider fans, Barry Lee says, who's the new 49ers new head coach? That's Kyle Shanahan, Barry Lee. Kyle
Shanahan's son.
Yeah. Who's Mike Shanahan's son. So my point is, you don't know, that's the thing. You're welcome. You don't know what they're going to come out with. Or like Chip Kelly, when Chip Kelly came in the league with his system. First year, I mean, every game with the Eagles was a track meet. Nick Bowles threw 7 touchdowns against the Raiders in the Coliseum.
I remember that game.
It was sick. Then people developed a book on him. And so by the Eagles' 3rd year, and on top of that, Kelly didn't really adjust the offense to face the defenses that were beginning to be applied, right? So again, you don't know.
It's like in warfare, you get your biggest casualties right at the beginning, and then the enemy adapts to your tactics.
Right, exactly. In fact, Bill Walsh would applaud you for that because he likes to use the war analogy, So yeah, absolutely. That's definitely it. That's definitely it. So hold on a second. It's any other thoughts? We got you for, I think we said 30 minutes. So 30 minutes of. Unless you want to continue on talking about.
No, I mean, the NFL is a business, and as you and I were talking about earlier this week, and there are just lots and lots of lessons that I learned in running my business. I'm sure you can apply to your business. You got to adapt, and sometimes you're forced to adapt. And when you're forced to adapt, that's a good thing, because being forced to adapt opens up whole new markets, whole new strategies for you to operate.
Oh,
so
hey.
a little shake up every now and again is a good thing.
Tell them your background, because we've known each other for a while. But tell them your background. Who is Tika Thomas?
Yeah, I'm a lawyer, and so the business idea basically came one day after work.
And he's a good lawyer, by the way, folks. Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
I'm a business lawyer. One day after work, I just wanted to go for a short run, very short run. And, you know, I had a brand name hydration pack. I had a fanny pack. The hydration pack was just too cumbersome. It's just one of those intuitive UX things. You're just putting it on was just too much friction. And then, you know, most men, I hate my fanny pack. I don't want to put my essentials in my pocket. So I just started scouring the internet for how come there's no backpack or any kind of harness just to keep your essentials, your wallet, your keys, your ID, your glasses. You know, some people might need an insulin injector or some kind of medical emergency thing, medical alert. You know, just on a short 1 hour workout. And hence, I have a cousin that I could work with who has a clothing business and an export license with some Chinese factories. And we developed the Vrypac together.
Cool.
Very happy about it.
New website too, right? Vrypac.com.
Vrypac.com, yeah.
Yep. Hey, Barry Lee has a question. He says, are you considering working with the NFL to get a team logo on your packs in the future?
Yeah, so we were asked that last week. I'm open to it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm open to any kind of marketing deal with for-profits. Well, I guess the NFL is technically a not-for-profit. The NFL itself is not non-profit. Or, you know, I myself, my own socially responsible and just charitable activities. Breast cancer is something important to me, so pink will probably be the next color it comes in.
Barry Lee says,
give off some of my profits to those causes.
Barry Lee says that having an NFL logo on your packs would triple your sales.
Sure.
He's right. Yeah.
If the NFL wants to work with me, I'll ask Barry what use case would people have as for entering the stadium or just going running?
No, it's just
walking around town.
No, it's just people just like to have that. It's purely emotional. It's not intellectual. People just want to have a product that has Raider logo, Niner logo,
it's already
Buccaneers, Ravens, Cowboys.
So the Raiders, out of all 32 teams, the Raiders sort of already have an edge.
Right. And so my point is, it says people love their team logos, as Barry just wrote on YouTube. People love their team logos.
Right.
So it's an emotional buy.
Right.
That's the idea. So yeah, it's an emotional buy. I think also not just the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball. There's.
I'll look into what their marketing fees are and my own cost structure, and if I think it can work.
Or the Dallas Mavericks. You know what? Reach out to Mark Cuban on Twitter. Say, hey, Mark, can I put a Dallas Mavericks logo on the back of this? And maybe he'll give you.
Maybe you're going to have a Shark Tank tie-in, as so many people have.
Right. I mean, hey, that works, man. One mention on Shark Tank. Whoo! I mean, the product is a great product. And
if Oprah's seen wearing it, then I'm made.
Exactly. But like I say, you know, reach out to you need. So anyway, the bottom line is you have a great basic product. People at the draft, the media people love it. The material's great.
Your feedback has
been tremendously positive. And yeah, that you got a product here. That's it. And Donkey says, I got the logo. Donkey says he has the Raiders logo tattooed on him. Tattooed. So this is an emotional thing, man. Got to tap into the emotion. You know, Redskins, everything else, right? So, hey, it's like, you know, Drew. Did everybody see Drew Pearson and how Drew Pearson took on the Eagles fans? That was hilarious. I thought they're going to... Did you see that? I thought, and Barry Lee says NHL also. Thank you, Barry Lee. San Jose Sharks. I thought the Eagles fans were going to tar and feather him, which actually would be appropriate considering it's the Eagles, right? The Birds. The Birds. But there you go. Yeah, I definitely would do that.
No, I mean, there's NHL, there's EPL, there's La Liga, there's, Bundesliga, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. So definitely.
Country soccer teams.
Yep, that's it. Definitely. All right, so I know it's hot in D.C. And,
it is.
Yeah. And I'll let you get some place where you can cool off. Have a mint julep. And folks, we'll be back later to talk about the Raider issue, but this is the special post-NFL draft thank you vlog for Tika and his product. Thank you very much for sponsoring.
Absolutely. Happy to do it.
You got it.
Yeah.
All
Thanks for your feedback on how sports reporters interacted with it.
You got it, man. Definitely.
All right,
folks. I'll be back, and I'm going to finish up here. Thanks, Tika. I'm just finish off on YouTube. All right, cool.